It was going good, man. Um, kind of stopped abruptly, but I mean, I was playing really well. Just waiting for my next opportunity, and this happened. So I don't know. You get a little too much time to relax, you know.
Yeah, I got you. I got you. Since now you're self quarantining though, how are you actually working on your game, knowing that there's barely no gyms open? Like, what can you really do to be working on your game?
I think most of it just like the mental aspect of it, just being able to watch. Um, if you don't want to watch yourself, just watch old players or just mm, I feel like you can really take something away from it mentally, you know.
How important is the mental game? Because at the end of the day, like I think like the higher the level that you play in, the more the mental game gets tougher. So like just talk about explain the grind of being a professional athlete.
I mean, it's levels. I mean, how I'm 25 right now. Shit, if I knew what I knew when I was 17, right now I have $500 million from playing basketball. You know, so
Exactly.
you just got to take it. You just got to take it day by day and have the right people around you. And I don't know, just knowing that like it ain't really all about basketball. So sometimes what I had to realize is like it's not all about basketball. So sometimes you ain't gonna get that perfect opportunity that somebody else get or as many opportunities as somebody else get, but you just got to worry about yourself, you know, and
Yeah,
can't, and don't let it affect you.
I understand. I understand. So when you learned that, like, as in, when did you believe? When did you think there was a point when you learned like there is kind of life after basketball? Because you've been under a microscope as long as I can remember. Like, as in, like from the young ages, from college. Now you're playing professional ball. So when do you realize that, knowing that this ball game not gonna last forever? And like you said, you're 25. You really haven't really hit your stride in your prime yet.
Mm. No, I mean, I'm still enjoying the game, but like you said, I've started over this past year, started to, put my money in other places. Um, and like I said, like during this downtime, people can use this to find out about real estate, find out about stuff they want to do, and it gives you plenty of opportunity, you know,
So
to
like,
to brainstorm.
so just talk about that too, because touch like at the end of the day, like I said, you're a professional athlete, but you're also a young black man. So just tell the people like how important is it, just like in our culture, there's different ways to make money other than like rapping and ball. So just explain that a little bit, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, it really don't take much, man. I don't necessarily want to say like a specific number that you need, but I feel like you can start investing money as long as you take an amount of money that don't hurt you and put it in something that will grow or it's a very low risk. I think it's a good idea. Like you said, just being like a young black man. Um, I don't know. We like society tell us that we gotta have certain stuff.
Yeah.
Gotta have this newest car. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you done playing, when you done playing and all this, the only thing you got it is what you got in that bank account and the people who love you. So it just depends. It's just a matter of taking care of yourself.
Man, just talk about like your professional career, man. Obviously, you know what I'm saying. Came out of Kentucky, but then all of a sudden the draft, you get to play in the summer league. You played in places like Memphis, Cleveland, New Orleans. You even played in Russia. Yeah, and then now you're in the G League. Just talk about that transition, because coming in you were heralded. You're one of the upper echelon guys that everybody was talking about. But just talk about your pathway of being in the NBA, being overseas, now playing in the G League. Talk about those transitions.
What I realized the most, it's not always about basketball, you know. So it's other like coordinates you have to especially if you're not a top 2 or 3 player on the team, which I always thought I was. Of course,
Yeah.
maybe I was wrong.
Oh,
But
no. You did
you
your
just
thing.
have to you just have to you gotta. What I didn't realize is that you have to like fall in line.
Mm-hmm.
So what I was looking at, I work so hard. I want to keep getting better and better, and then a certain team has a vision of you, and sometimes you got to sacrifice and swallow your pride and just play that role. And like sometimes you're gonna have to sit there for 5, 10 games in a row, and then you might start the next game. So you got to be mentally prepared. You gotta come in the gym every day like it's a new day. You got to work. So I don't know, man. My experience was crazy. It was I mean my first NBA game ever. I started.
Mm-hmm.
Then I was starting the next like 10 games. In my first game in Houston, the coach called me in the office and said I ain't playing today. So like it's a lot of stuff that goes into it that's not having to do with basketball that you have to be able to withstand. So
How does that help you? How does that help you shape you up and mature you just as a man in general? I'm just gonna take the basketball aspect out of it, but like at the end of the day, it's like going to a job and your boss telling you, "Hey, man, like this is not today. Sit this one out." So like, how does that impact and shape you as a man? Because at the end of the day, that I've been watching you play for a very, very, very long time, but the Andrew that I'm talking to now. This is the man, Andrew, I'm talking about. So just talk about how it just shaped you up. It shaped you up, and
I mean, like I said before, once it's all, I realized that once it's all over, man, nobody really. Not saying nobody cares about you, but like if you ain't, I'm 35. You could be 35. You ain't LeBron. Like you ain't. No one cares about you no more as much as they did when you was, I don't know, 25 or 22. So I just realized that you gotta like don't try to. My main thing is don't try to impress people,
okay.
and you gotta realize like it's so much longer life like after you finish playing like, and you just gotta take care of yourself, man. Take care of your money, and everything else will fall in line. You work hard enough, you make smart investments, and people think that you gotta be a millionaire to make investments, and you don't. It's just and me, I like to think that like I'm like comfortable with myself. So under no circumstances, if I'm playing on the Lakers or playing in Lithuania, I'ma still think about myself the same way, you know. So it doesn't really matter.
What's the biggest misconception that you believe is about the league and just professional basketball in general? What do you believe? Because you're a player. So, like, you're a professional player that played on the highest levels of, like I said, high school, AAU, college, but now the professional. What's the biggest misconception that you believe?
Hmm. That's a tough one. That's a tough one. It's so many. That's a tough one.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, like I go back to the LeBron quote when that woman said, "Just shut up and dribble." That was a big misconception. Like athletes not supposed to be social activists and they can't just do other things. So that's one of the biggest misconceptions. Like, oh, LeBron, he's the best player in the league, but obviously we all know he didn't go to college. So like, what gives him the clout to speak on stuff like that? So like, that's one of my biggest misconceptions when they see a young black man in America try to do better for themselves other than dribbling the ball. The basketball game is a platform, but they still
Yeah,
have that microphone.
they want to they're gonna try to keep you in a box, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Like, don't get it messed up. Like, people run the rest of the world. They run the NBA just like that. You know, it's not like, you know what I'm saying? Not like we run it or we in charge of it. The players just in charge of it. It's just thankfully you got people like LeBron and stuff in front to where he's not going to like just settle for anybody or anybody treating them a certain way or putting them in a box. So it just depends who your leaders is. Depends. It really just depends on like where you come from, how you was raised. your mom, your dad, and what they instilled in you. Because, like I said, I mean, the coach's job is to win and all that, but I mean, people have different agendas, and mm, people really gotta realize like, it's not really the coaches that like run the teams; it's like the general managers, and so. I mean, it's so much that goes into it. It's so much that goes into it.
Man, talk about the relationship with your brother, Mr. Aaron Harrison. Like, just talk about him over the years. Like I said, I like you guys. I consider you guys my era because, like I said, I graduated 2011 from Elkins. But like I said, I was there when you guys started at Straight Jesuit.
Oh yeah, you saw it.
Yeah, yeah. So like I saw it. Like I saw it. So,
okay, it's okay.
Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you saw us whoop the post then. Well, what I just think that like me and my brother is different dynamic, like
Yeah.
because I don't know, like it's impossible for like somebody to be closer. I feel like so. I mean, we argue, but I mean, I don't think we've ever like been into no fist fight or nothing. Like, well, we used to argue and stuff, but like, I mean, I can come to him with anything. We got some like outlook on life, and we kind of deal with our problems kind of similar. But at the same time, we a lot different. But I don't know. It's just cool to be able to have somebody you can talk to, anybody, talk about anything with, and they going through the same struggles, same. If something going on in your family, is going on in his family, like. So being able to have that's cool, and I've never. And people laugh when I say this, but I've never like not had a twin, so I don't really know how it is.
Yeah. Can you just talk about the days that you guys were just on, like, right when you look back on your time as like when you guys were the top basketball players in the country? What thoughts go through your mind when, like, literally, like it's like 8 years ago, you guys, the number one point guard in the country, Andrew Harrison, the number one shooting guard in the country, Aaron Harrison. Can you just talk about that time when you guys were the baddest MFers in the country?
I mean, it was pretty cool, man. I mean, it was just weird because I never felt like that though, because I always did stuff so normally. Like I was always at my friend, like I did everything everybody else did. So
Yeah.
I never really thought about myself like that, and I feel like that's why everybody like the area where we from. I feel like that's why everybody like not latches onto us, but like we just friends, and everybody like from what I see, everybody loves us just because that we were so normal. Like we didn't want to be, you know what I'm saying? I didn't want to be looked at different. I didn't want nobody to think I thought I was better than nobody.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I mean, and it's a thin line because sometimes maybe I should have sacrificed, or maybe I should have not did this and did that, but hindsight 2020.
Yeah, man, because I was just telling people, like, you're the guy. What do you're like you're the like one of the guys, like I said, like you were top rated in the country. If you were to talk to other high school players in the country right now, what is your message to them? Because at the end of the day, a lot of them, we see like Zion come out, the number one player in the country is actually from Texas again, Cade Cunningham. Like, if you were to talk to these future number one players in high school, because one of your quotes back then, you guys hold your hat on like, hey, listen, like, and what your dad hangs his head on is like, we ain't trying to be the best in the state. We don't care. We just try to be the best in the country. But like at that level of high school, for high school, what do you tell guys like that? Because you've been in those shoes. Like you play player of the years, McDonald's, Jordan Brand. What do you tell high school players?
I mean, it's a little different now with social media was like a lot back then, but now it's crazy. Like,
yeah, exactly.
So I just feel like I want to tell, like, or I would tell some guys that, like, that shit doesn't matter. Like, that social media shit doesn't matter. It don't matter. I mean, and also I would say go to a school where you could, you know what I'm saying, where they want you the most. And then when you just work your ass off. Just work. That's all I can say. Work. Don't let nobody get in your ear, and don't. My biggest, don't worry about nothing that don't matter, man. Everything, if it ain't got nothing to do with that gym, man, it don't matter. Everything gonna work itself out. So that's what I would say. Don't worry about shit that don't matter.
The one question I do want to ask you, I've been interviewing a lot more younger guys in the high, and like on the high school and the college scene, but since you're the first professional, I want you to get a crack at this question. Is it important to play on a circuit team? Because one of my guys from SMU, point guard Kendrick Davis, he told me, hey, I played on the Houston Hawks for 16 years. I just went to a shoe team when it was ready, when I was ready. He said, honestly, honestly, I didn't get a Division I offer. I didn't go for offers because my first Division I Big 12 offer was from an independent team. Even though I know that you played on the big stage at AAU, is that really important? Is that really important?
I would say it is.
Mm-hmm.
It as long as, well, it depends, because now it's kind of hard to, if you're not one of them teams, it's kind of hard to play against one of them teams. You know, like, it's always a weekend where only Nike is here, Under Armour is here. So I mean, I'm not saying you should be unloyal to the team that you've been on or nothing like that. At the same time, somebody got to see you. You know, whether it's with that team or playing against that team. So I don't know. If I feel like if the team can do something for you that the team you're not on now, I feel like you should think about it and make that move. But don't let these people, like, okay, here go these shoes and this sweatsuit, come on my team. I wouldn't say that. No.
If you look back on hindsight, do you think that you and your brother and the Defenders should have been with EYBL at the time? Because Under Armour was still great, but you know EYBL is the prestigious league, even though you guys were ranked number 1 in the country. But you know, everybody chirps like.
I mean, we were.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, we were Nike at first, but I mean, I'm not. You know, I was a kid. I don't really know. That's more of like my dad. You know.
Okay.
So it was a reason that.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was like we wanted to come somewhere and they wouldn't let guys on our team come. And that's the type of person my dad is. Like,
the loyalty. Okay.
You ain't finna just take my 2 sons while my other, you know. Because my AU team, that was different. We was more of a family. We used to stay at each other. We used to stay at my house, come to my mama's house, all that, all the time, anytime we could. So we were a little different. We all grew up in like really the same 20-mile radius. So it was I mean, that was a fun time. But I mean, whatever makes you happy, bro. Whatever makes you happy. As long as somebody that's giving you advice, that care about you, don't want nothing from you, I feel like you should listen. They think you should go to that team. Then yeah, but I mean, in terms of the EYBL, and it's the same amount of exposure.
Okay.
You know, maybe when you get up, maybe you get to the NBA and stuff, you might get a little favoritism here or there. But I feel like if you want an Under Armour team, you shouldn't jump to a Nike team, or Nike team jump to an Under Armour team just because, you know, somebody says this is cool or nothing like that, you know.
Because to me, the reason why I said I commend you guys, because to me, you along with your brother, you guys built a brand. I think that you guys were literally the face of Under Armour. So at the end of the day, and the thing about it is, you guys did it as the best 2 players, best 2 guards in the country. So like, I can't sit here and say, because my argument was to other people, like you said, they can't do that, but put those same guards in front of them, which I know they've already played and they just still come out on top.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, like I said, it's all about situations, all about how people perceive you.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I wish I could go back and like maybe not say some of the stuff I said, or just let people. I don't know. It's kind of, you know how my pops is. Like, I'm not gonna let nobody feed me nothing that's not true. And I was always taught that. So sometimes you just gotta take with a grain of salt. Somebody gotta tell you a lie, you know it's a lie, and just let it go. And I mean, I wish I would have known that a few years ago. But I mean, I wouldn't trade it for nothing in the world. I got a great life. I'm not complaining.
I got you. I wanted, because I'm trying to go through the transition. We're going to transition to your Travis. How much does it still mean to you? And how much, like, and what do you remember about that time?
How much does Travis still mean to me?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's I mean, it means a lot. That's probably the funnest time playing basketball besides AAU. Just being able to do that with the people you grew up with. I don't know. Like I said, I was different. Like I wanted to go to the football games on Friday night. Like I wasn't trying to be different. I wasn't trying to be cooler than anybody. So I had fun, man.
When you look back
I had fun. I'll never forget those times.
When you look back on that time, personally, in my eyes, we should really been seeing 3 state championships. But we know your sophomore year, you lost to Hightower. Your junior year was Flower Mound, but you ended up winning your senior year. We're going to talk about the L's first, because I don't know, one of y'all did not play your sophomore year, or y'all both played?
No, Aaron got hurt.
Okay. So, like, when you look back on hindsight, is it more like we missed out on 3 state championships? Because honestly, your freshman year, I don't know why the hell you guys were on JV Drake. That should have never happened. It was one of the oddest things I ever seen. I was like, these kids supposed to walk in and play varsity. But like, let's just cut to the chase about your what do you remember about that game? If you have any recollections about that game, what do you remember about that?
I mean that was a crazy year.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Trust me, I know that was a crazy year. It was some trust issues. That's why I was like, I already know. It was some trust issues.
It was a crazy year.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we had I don't know. Aaron had twisted his ankle real bad. I think he had like 30 the night before or something, and he twisted his ankle real bad. And we had like came back. Like we just like drained. And we still could have won. Just we didn't pull it out. We had beat them 3 times earlier that year, and it's hard to beat the team 4 times in a row. So,
and then the next year, Flower Mound. I talk to your pops all the time about that game. I talked to him about that game. He said, "Man, we should have won." Like, but what was really the difference in that game? Was it because sometimes I really do believe that experience is cliche, because at the end of the day, I really just believe if you have good enough players, it sometimes it should trump experience. But like,
yeah, no, for sure. No, I mean, what it was, they had like 5 Division I players, I think.
Yeah.
I think I still had a good game though. Like they couldn't like, but I don't know. I think Forte got off a little bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, we should have beat them.
Yeah.
We could have beat them, but they're a good team, got a good coach too. So.
Yeah. And then your senior year, you finally get them. You finally get you one. And when everybody thought that Bush was going, but the thing about it is, I knew that. I already knew. I was like, just wait on that. And I went back and watched.
That was like That's like one of them days I just woke up like, oh hell, man, I ain't losing today. Because I remember I walked in the gym with my hoodie on. I warmed up with my hoodie on. I just remember that. That was a fun day. But no, I wasn't finna lose that game.
But I got a question. How the hell did you really lose to him 3 times? Okay, I know Chandre with the shot.
Well,
Fort Bend tournament.
The first game.
Yeah.
The Fort Bend tournament, I had pulled my hamstring in the game before, so I didn't even play that game.
Okay.
I think Aaron had like 45, but I mean we just ended up losing. We just ended up losing. Yeah. And then the third game they just cheated us, But it's all good.
But the way y'all guys just got rid of them in this like the regional finals, like what do you like? You said you remember it being a fun day, but do you remember saying anything to your teammates, or you just said, "Yeah, we just not losing"?
No, I wasn't even talking that day. No, I wasn't even really talking for real. Because it's like an hour bus ride all the way to the north side. Now, I remember I wasn't talking. I wasn't doing nothing. I'm just, hey, man. I didn't even eat before the game, nothing.
Talk about those Yates games when you guys were playing Yates. At the end, like those times when, rest in peace, Mr. Swift, and all Damian Johnson. You like talk about those times when, like, that's when the city was jumping. Like I miss our era. Like, that's when the city was jumping. Like, people don't realize Fort Bend was hell. Like, Cameron Ridley, Kelly Oubre, D'Angelo Harrison, y'all too. Y'all still had Anthony Duncy, Elkins with Chance and Bradford, Hightower with Daniel House. Can you just explain to these viewers how good Fort Bend was, like, during those days?
Yeah, no, Fort Bend was super good, man. You had to come every day, for real. They had I think we had like 10 people go, or like 12 people go Division I basketball, like my junior year, I think. Yeah, something crazy. Yeah, something crazy. No, it was definitely the best district in the city for a little bit.
And then,
for sure. No, that was fun.
McDonald's All-American. Obviously, I would say that year Texas was actually pretty good because for McDonald's, was it you, Julius, your brother, Matt Jones, and Keith Frazier?
Did Keith make it? I think Keith made it. I think he did.
So, like,
yeah.
Because Matt Jones is your class, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said 5 McDonald's All-Americans from Texas. What did that say about Texas basketball at the time when you just producing talent like that? But we're football country, but 5 McDonald's All-Americans from the state of Texas.
I mean, that just shows how far we've come. I mean, it's a big state. I feel like the basketball is really good there, especially if it got better the last 10 years, 15 years. So I feel like Texas is new, like a powerhouse for basketball at this point.
And then obviously the commitment to Kentucky. I'm a Kentucky fan. Well, I'm a John Calipari fan. I don't think I'm a Kentucky fan, but like Calipari, I still think he's the best coach. One of my partners keep on arguing me, Coach K, and then I'm just like, Coach K kind of really copied Cal with the one and dones. So that's what I said. So that's what I said. So, but yeah.
Well, I mean, he just had to make a choice, like.
Yeah.
That's all. But you gotta get the one and done guys or not.
Yeah. But what I would say is what I was gonna say. Just talk about that time at Kentucky like that, man. Just talk about just Kentucky in general, man.
Man, that's a crazy place, man, for basketball. I mean, people think I exaggerate. Like, I couldn't, like, me and Aaron couldn't walk in the mall. Like, we can't sit down and have a meal just because the Kentucky fans were just so crazy. Like, it was fun. It was definitely fun. I had a lot of ups and downs for sure, but I mean, I wouldn't take it back. My experience going there.
The game that I was scared of freshman year, Wichita State. I can't lie. My girlfriend at the time, like y'all were going back and forth, and she literally turned off the TV. She turned it off because I wasn't hearing what she was saying. She's like, "You're not listening to me. You're not listening to me." She turned off the TV in the middle of that game. Andrew, if you would have saw my face, I have never hit a woman in my life, but that's the day I thought I was going to jail. And I just remember her mom. I remember her mom rushing and just putting on back that game because it was just a back and forth. To me, talk about that whole run and what Big Shot Aaron, Big Shot Aaron was doing during that run.
Man, that was fun, man. I mean, we had an up and down year for real, and then I don't know, we turned it on. We turned it on at the end. Like you say, Aaron, he fearless. He made some big shots, but I mean, everybody stepped it up. Everybody stepped up, but that was such a fun time. A lot of it was a blur for real.
Out of all the shots he hit during that stretch, what was your favorite shot?
During that stretch,
Yeah.
Probably gonna one against Michigan because there wasn't that much time left. The one against Wisconsin had too much time left. I was still a little nervous, but I don't know. He been doing that. He been doing that our whole life. I mean,
like the fact that he come to a standstill and shoot it, I'm just like, bro. Like the Wisconsin shot, I was just like, oh, he about to pull it. In my mind, everybody's like, he ain't pulling that. I was like, bro, he finna pull this shot, man. Man, left wing, money.
Yeah, nah, for sure. He's fearless, man. He fearless, and that was a fun time.
And then your sophomore year,
for sure,
undefeated, man, undefeated. That was like, I never cried so hard. I don't think I never cried so hard when I was just like, because honestly, I can't sit here and lie. I think y'all made me nervous. Y'all got me a heart attack when y'all played Notre Dame. I thought I was finna die. I thought I almost lost my life against Notre Dame because, you know, I'm the mess talker. I'm the mess talker out of my friends group. So like everybody was waiting for you guys to fall all year. You know me. I'm sitting here. Yep. Just go ahead. National championship. Wrap it up like a gift. We good. With my friends. When y'all
we did too.
Man, when y'all took that L to Wisconsin, I didn't talk to nobody for 3 weeks. I ain't talked to nobody for 3 weeks. I was just like, damn.
Yeah, nah, that was a tough one. That was a tough night.
Yeah, man, that was a tough night, man. But just
you hear me?
Together, man. Just it was just, you got like to knowing that it took a lot of pride for me because it's just more like you guys are from Houston, bro. Y'all put on for the city. Y'all put on for the country. Like, and the thing is, you guys have been under a microscope for a very, very long time. So when you think about all those times, when you think about those times you were put under the microscope, do you guys feel like you guys exceeded expectations for yourself, even though you guys didn't walk out with the ultimate goal and for a national championship? But like, do you guys feel like during that time from literally like high school to college, you guys exceeded the expectation?
You went in and out a little bit at the end.
No, I just said during the time for high school, during high school through college, you guys believe y'all exceeded expectations for yourself?
Nah, I mean, I don't know. I mean, that's not it. My journey definitely not over yet, but I definitely didn't take the path that I thought I was going to take. Mm-hmm. But I mean, at the same time, it showed me different, like, you know, different struggles in life. It showed me how to just show me how to get through stuff. But I'm way mentally stronger than I used to be in terms of just letting stuff go, you know. So I mean, I don't know. My path. I'm grateful for my path. Still successful. Still can live the way I want to live. So I mean, and it's giving me opportunities to like other things, like in terms of getting my own business off the ground or helping people and helping people in my family. Like it gives me so much opportunity. I can't even say what if or give me more. You know, I'm just happy with the life I've had. It's been so crazy. So much amazing stuff has happened to me. So I can't say that I wish it would have went different.
Talk about your dad because today, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Talk about your pops because your pops is one of my mentors. I'm the only one that I feel that don't hold my tongue with him. We go back and forth, but at the end of the day, he is one of the most respectful guys that I know. He's one of the guys that I respect as much as anybody because at the end of the day, he's never really said I. He's always been a we guy, been about other kids, the way that he helps. And the thing about it is he helped me out even when I wasn't doing anything for the defenders. I always felt that he gave me a job anyway. Like, oh, easy, go pick up this kid. Or easy, coach. Like, I coached the defenders at one time, not the UA team, but the second team. He let me be a coach. Like,
Yeah, I remember that.
yeah, so him just giving opportunities and stuff like that. Just talk about your dad because there's really a misconception of him, but just knowing who he is at the end of the day, like, and he's one of the, and honestly, I've gained his trust. I really appreciate it. I've gained his trust. He's one of the most respected men in Houston, but there's a big misconception because the way that he coaches, but he's really not like that. But just explain to the viewers, talk about your pops, man.
Man, that dude crazy. But I mean, I don't know, man. So many funny stories and so many like. It's funny to hear people say stuff about him because they have no idea what they're talking about. Like he doesn't he doesn't want no money from nobody. He's not trying to be no agent. He just loved like being around kids. He loved helping the kids. And I don't know. He taught me. Yeah, he taught me everything. He taught me how to be a man. He taught me how to get over the struggles that I'm going through or been through, or knowing that this is a world nobody gonna feel bad for you under any circumstance. So he said, man, he's respected, and people that don't respect him is for reasons that they don't even know. You know, making up, literally making up stuff. Like,
Yeah.
so I mean, I don't know. It's funny, man. He showed me a lot. We took care of a lot of other people when he was growing up.
Yeah.
And I saw him how he had a passion to help people that couldn't do what he did. So it was I mean, he amazing, man. Big disciplinarian, big on respect, like you said. But I don't know, man.
Yeah, man. Because
he's a great dad. Never missed a practice. He never missed a practice, a game, nothing. So and still managed to give us a really good life and give us the tools to be able to succeed. And I mean, nothing I could give him or buy him could ever like repay him the stuff that he's installed in me or instilled in me to become the man that I want to become. So that dude is amazing, man. He's amazing.
Man, like I call him infectious because like once you get around him, like it's infectious. Like every time, like just when he calls me, I actually wish him a happy Father's Day every Father's Day. I make sure I wish him a happy Father's Day because at the end of the day, like the way that he's just helped people.
Yeah.
People talk about him.
Nah, yeah, for sure. He's
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what's funny is just the way he looks. I mean, he does have like a little mean looking face, I guess you say, but
Yeah, intimidating.
80% is you want to joke around, and most of it he just want to, what I mean. So he not, but I mean at the same time I mean, he was no nonsense with me and Aaron, but I mean, he just regular. You know, he like to play around, joke, laugh. So
Yeah.
it's just funny when people try to say that he is. Man, he not. You know,
Mm-hmm. No. It's funny because
he just looked out for us.
every time I walk in the gym, I have this big smile, and he always walks the other way. He's like, "Oh my God, here he comes!" Because he knows I'm coming. I'm coming with that smack. I'm coming with that talk. But the thing about it is, one thing that I do respect about him, though, he sometimes come to me and say, "Hey, what player do you that you feel like we can go get?" And he talked to me like, "Easy, you can go get him. Let me know." It was literally called me. I said, "All right, man." So like, he trusts me with talent aspects of time.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, great coach trusted me. So like, that's why I said the defenders, they have done so much for me. Like I can feel like I can never anything they ask or they ask me to need me to do, I try my best to do it. So that's what he goes
Yeah.
in. This is how we gonna end it. Give me since you professional, give me your top 5 players in the league.
You said what?
Give me your top 5 players in the league.
I hate knowing that. I go LeBron, KD, Steph Curry,
Okay.
Harden,
Harden.
and I go AD.
Okay. I'm surprised you're the first one that didn't put Kawhi in there, so it's all good.
He could. I just he not top 5. He top 10, but
Okay.
he great. He's a great player. He just
Yeah. No, I got you.
I like those players better.
Okay. Top players of all time. I think one day, I don't know if you remember at MI3, I think it was me, you, and your brother, and we had that discussion about the centers, how I said Shaq was a little overrated, and you guys I don't know if it was you or your brother that was there, but we were at MI3 one day, and then I was talking to Chad.
I think that was me. Yeah, no, that's I almost hung up by you even repeating yourself.
Hey, listen. I got an Instagram post how I just proved my point, but it's okay.
Okay, how did you prove your point?
Like this is my bark with Shaq. Like I told everybody, he didn't start winning until everybody retired. That's all I feel like. He's good.
Who did?
Huh?
Nobody did.
No. All I'm just saying, he didn't start winning until all the centers got old and retired. Like, he wasn't beating David Robinson and Patrick Ewing, and you saw what Hakeem did to him in 95.
I mean, shit. You gotta they got old. What do you want them to do?
But I'm just saying, like, look at the centers that he beat. Like, I think to me he gets too much credit. But my whole thing is he better should have won finals.
Hey man, you can say whatever you want.
No, all I'm just saying. But all I'm just saying is, like, he better should have won finals MVP if you're facing Rick Smits, Todd McCullough. Dikembe was just a defensive center, so you didn't really have to worry about the offensively of Dikembe. And then Eric Dampier. And he didn't even win the finals MVP when Dampier was on him. So I'm just saying.
No. You can't do that though. You can't. It ain't his fault. He got to play who he playing against. It's not his fault.
No, but I'm not. I'm thinking about it. I'm not saying that he's not a great. He's still one of the greatest centers of all time. But like, he got to be 5. He has to be 5. Or he doesn't. Yeah, he has to be 5. He has to be 5.
So who's number 1?
Number one is really Hakeem Olajuwon. 1 is Hakeem.
I like that.
Oh, and then,
I like that one.
And then I'll go 2 Kareem, 3 Bill Russell, 4 Wilt, and 5 Shaq.
All right, you wrong, but hey, you got a right to your opinion, I guess.
Hold on, but go ahead, drop that top 5 of all time.
Centers?
No, just top 5 players. Players.
I'm gonna go with Michael Jordan,
Like
LeBron,
LeBron.
Magic,
Magic. Thank you.
Kobe.
Kobe.
You gotta go like you gotta go like Kareem or something.
Okay. I can
You gotta
respect
go
that.
Kareem or I might throw Shaq in there.
Here we go with the Shaq, man. Here we go with the Shaq. Okay, so this is the one I want. This is the one. This is a special one for you. Your high school class, 2013. Since you're like one of the best in the country, give me 4 players that you would have wanted to run with. Even though I think that you actually really ran with the 4 best players in the country. Well, the 4 best players in the country at the time. Well, the only player you guys really didn't get was Andrew Wiggins, and you guys would have had all number 1s in the country. I think you already ran with really like the 3 best.
So you said who would I?
Yeah, in 2013 class. Give me 4 guys that you would run with.
Ooh. I don't know. That's a tough one. Like you said, I did. I ran with like pretty much the best one. So I mean, that's what I'm gonna go with. I said I'm gonna just say I did already. I did it in college, so that was pretty.
But honestly, no. But low key, like I said though, you really only ran with 3 because Andrew Wiggins didn't complete the 4.
So I don't even know who was in that. Who was the other small forwards in that?
But I think you ran with James Young though. I think he was considered a small forward at the time. I think he was. But
yeah.
But
He was.
But I think he was the 3rd best small forward because I think it was Wiggins and Jabari Parker, 1 and 2.
Oh yeah.
So that's what I'll just say. So that question you already ran.
I don't know. I never really thought about that.
Yeah, that's what I did because I always.
Yeah, that's my answer. All right.
Yeah, so that's what I was thinking about the other day. I was just like, bro, if y'all would have had Andrew Wiggins, it literally would have been the number 1 point guard, shooting guard, small forward, power forward, and I think Dakari Johnson was the number 1 center.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I said y'all probably would have swept the board for real, but like I understand. Listen, y'all still made it to the national championship, so like it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good.
Yeah, it's all good, man. Go ahead. Well, honestly, go ahead and throw out your Twitter, Instagram, even though you already have enough followers. Everybody already know who you are. But go ahead and throw it out, bro.
Drew Rock 5 on both Instagram and Twitter.
Okay. Are you doing the TikTok thing too?
I have not yet, and I said it. I said I refused to do it when we first started it, but I'm getting so bored. I just might have to go ahead and make that happen.
I got you. Honestly, Andrew, I appreciate you doing this, bro. I really do appreciate you coming out. I really do appreciate you coming out and doing this for me. At the end of the day, like I said, I know your pops, and I know your pops, but I'm not that type of guy that will go through your pops and ask for this. So, like, honestly, when you said yes, I was shocked. I was like, oh shit, really? He really gonna do it. But like, bro, I really appreciate you. But at the end of the day, I'm not surprised because that's the character of your pops. The character of your pops trying to help to try to help somebody out. So I hope you enjoyed the conversation. You know we're gonna do this again. We gotta do this again, bro.
For sure, I wanna argue with you on some of your points you got.
Hey, listen,
we definitely got to do it again.
Hey, listen. 2 weeks, let's set up another one. 2 weeks, we'll set up another one. I'll get you the whole debate topics. I'll text you. And we just text back and forth what you want to debate about.
Okay, perfect.
And the way I do it too, but listen, the way I do it, if you have a computer, get on Zoom, do it on Zoom, and then it's Instagram Live from your phone because you got way more followers than I do. So like at the end of the day, so that's the way I'm doing it. So basically,
okay, I got you.
So next time, 2 weeks, I'm gonna hit you up. We back, we debating everything, any sport, any team. You let me know.
All right, bet that, bro. Sounds good.
Man, I appreciate that, man. I am the Easy Corner. Follow on Easy Corner, Easy_Corner1 on Twitter, and follow the Easy Corner on Instagram. It's a great episode with Andrew Harrison, Santa Cruz Warriors, Houston. Honestly, hey, listen, I'm trying to make a team of the decade. I'm trying to make a team of the decade for Houston high school basketball. Man, listen, you better be glad, man. You almost got beat by another point guard to be the point guard, but you the point guard.
Gotta be.
Hey, listen. Fox gave you a run, man. Fox gave you a run, fam.
Yeah, I know, but we won state though.
Yeah, that's and I said that's why, and I was just like, you were the number one point guard in the country. He was number 2 to Lonzo Ball, so I said I got to give the edge.
For sure.
All right, man. I appreciate it though.
Oh, if you wouldn't have gave me that edge, we would have had to fight.
Hey, listen. You know what it is. Listen. 2 weeks, we gonna debate this, man. All right.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, man. Appreciate it, dog.
All right, bro.
All right,
bro.